Hey, how are you? My name is Felt, and today we are committing crime! Exclamation point. What do I mean? I got some rare wild cards finally, and mythic rare wild cards, so I can finally build a Niocol Bolas deck. And I decided to not play full control Grixis. Now, you might think that this is still kind of full control, looking at the cards, but that's just, you have to survive to commit your crime, okay? Okay. So what does Niocol Bolas God-Pharoh even do? This card is incredibly popular in the format. It's an incredibly powerful planeswalker. All the Niocol Bolases are, actually, and all of them are incredibly powerful Grixis commanders. This one in particular commits crime on its +2. Target opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land. Until the end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Stealing cards. Lovely. The +1, each opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand. That's not crime. I want to commit crimes. You can't, you can see that you can play this as a controlling commander. With a -4 that does 7 damage to a target, a -12 that exiles non-land opponents non-land permanents your opponent controls. Like, you get it. As for stuff we have a lot of stuff that keeps him alive, keeps him rolling. We have like Spell Pierces, Swan Songs, Washaways, Bloodchief's Thirst, Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize, you know. Some more classic stuff, Defabricate, Negate, Tail's End, got a Fairy Mastermind, Diabolic Intent to go hunting for stuff in case we do get creatures on board. Artless Act, Power Word Kill. There's a Valky in here who can be a Tybalt who can commit crimes. Speaking of other crimes, there's Ashiok who can commit crimes, stealing your opponent's cards. Tasha can steal stuff from your opponent, as well as Gonti. Lolth is just in here because Lolth is amazing, and any deck that includes black, honestly. If you're in a deck that includes black and you're trying to find cards to play that give you a board presence, but aren't creatures, Liliana Dreadhorde General and Lolth Spider Queen are your 2 go-to. They also give you tons of value for letting these token creatures die to various effects, which is just wonderful. Speaking of more crime, though, we're going to talk about Breach the Multiverse, which steals stuff out of graveyards. You don't have a ton of creatures or planeswalkers that'll hit the yard. You have 9 creatures in this deck and 5 planeswalkers, so the odds of hitting something on your Breach that is good from you is unlikely, but you can hit some pretty useful and interesting stuff on your Breaches from your opponents, hence the crime. Other things we have that are crime-related include Cruelty of Gix, able to steal stuff from a graveyard, including your opponents. And then technically, Commit to Memory is a crime when you compare it with Narset Parter of Veils. For those of you who don't know the memory portion of this, each player shuffles their handed graveyard into the library, then draws 7. Narset just hard shuts down that draw 7 for your opponent, so they will draw 1 while you refill your hand. But yeah, this deck's fun. It's not as hardcore good as a lot of other Niocol Bolas decks I've seen out there. I don't run full control. I don't run, only Planeswalkers style Niocol Bolas, where, your only win con is through Planeswalkers and just grinding your opponent to dust until they just kind of give up. It's a bit more crime-related, it's a bit more fun, but it is still fairly controlling because I feel like that's the only way to really survive in the queue that Niocol Bolas will get put in. So, you've been warned. Deck list will be down in the description below as per usual. And let's hop right into some gameplay. We are going first with a turn 2 Kroxa, or potentially just a turn 2 Washaway. They are playing Giada, Font of Hope, so turn 2 Washaway, always pretty darn good. We could just Elspeth's Nightmare on turn 3 instead, though, which destroys Giada if they don't play a 1-drop here. Yeah, okay, if they're doing that, I don't really care about this, then. They can gain their life, they're still discarding a card here, and yeah, I think the Elspeth's Nightmare is a much better play. In hindsight, because they're probably just going to slam Giada on curve here after they see a Kroxa. Yes, you say his name funny on purpose. Really? You're going to get rid of the Search for Glory? Confusing, but okay. Here comes the Giada. Here goes the Giada. Crimes are being committed against Skyrim and her people. I hope we hit a land, that way we can just play Skyclave Relic as a thing and then just feel less bad. We do have a Soul Shatter, though. Ooh, can I tell which thing gets the buff? I think I can. I think I can tell which thing gets the buff when I look into their hand with Elspeth's Nightmare. Which means I just take away whichever thing is the scariest now. Damn. Right? I just find out. Oh, well. Oh, wait, no, this is non-creature. That's my bad. I guess they just lose treasure chest then. This right here, all fine though. Especially because the best they can hit is maybe like an Inspiring Overseer here. Not exactly scary, and we have access to a Solve the Equation. Which means we can go hunt down a board wipe of some sort, maybe like a Crux of Dragons. Hopefully we just draw lands though. Because I don't really want to like go hunting a board wipe. My opponent has like 4 power in air. Doesn't really scare me. We will do this, so we technically have Soul Shatter and Wash Away. If Wash Away is like a full spell, and Soul Shatter is a thing, they're going to play their commander, just you wait. The Angels deck cannot help themselves. They can't. They just can't do it. The Angels deck can never help themselves. They always have to slam their commander. If we draw a land here, we're Gucci. We did not. I don't think we can use Diabolic? The Intent card here anytime soon, so we will just go ahead and yeet it on out and hunt for an untapped land. Thought Sneeze. It'll be pretty useful in a second here. Assuming they don't find a way to get like Baneslayer Angel out. I think that's really the only card that worries me. Although to be fair, can't I just like Soul Shatter this when it lands? Do they want to exile creatures? When they target them, I think I can cast Soul Shatter in response. Oh, no, I can just cast Soul Shatter now. Okay, bye. I was gonna wait for them to try and do the thing and then cast in response type shenanigans. Land? We have to pay life, but we get to commit crime!
I have written mine. Isn't easy to show respect for your God-Pharoh.
Unfortunately, I don't really have a choice. It enters tapped. We do get some life here, though. Keep us rolling. Keep us vibing. We're very close to needing to go find Crux of Fate. Math is hard. Do I have enough mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 1 more mana to be able to play Crux of Fate. They'll not be gaining enough life for this to matter. I cannot steal lands with Niocol Bolas. Really, opponent? Are you that dull of a player? I'm playing Angel Tribal, but I'm gonna play Authority of the Consoles in borrowed time. Can I ever fault them? No. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be absolutely annoyed to tears. We're gonna go get Blood on the Snow, and we're just gonna vibe now. Do I have enough down there? I do have enough down there. We can Cruxa. We don't really get our graveyard back anyways unless we commit to memory, and Croxa is pretty useful in this exact instance here. They have to discard one of their really annoying cards in hand there. Either their Baneslayer who has protection from stuff, or their Valkyrie Harbinger who gives them a bunch of angels. Either way, this is a pretty good play for me, and we have a 3/3 flyer who can just kind of block their stuff. Oh wait! They don't have that card! Thought Sneeze. Your thought has been sneezed, opponent. Linvala. Activated abilities can't be activated. Okay. Don't know how that bugs me, like, at all. Oh, you want to trade? I mean, I'm board wiping you in a second anyways here, opponent, so... I mean, they will get a bunch of little tiny things from Bishop of Wings, but... They'll only get... Actually, they'll only get 1, right? Because they only have 1. No, they have 2 angels. Anyways. And we get Croxa back, who does in fact sacrifice himself again, because that is how Croxa works. Yeah, they get 2 1/1s. Not exactly a scary thought. And we got the Bishop of whatever out of the way now. And we can go back to committing crimes, because we will be able to replay Niocol Bolas here in a bit. I think my opponent is kind of out of juice over there. This deck's really fun. I dislike having to play the more controlling side of Grixis because I play control a lot. But it has mana abilities, so I can still tap it for mana, opponent. I don't quite understand what all that was about. It can still be tapped for mana. Crime.
You came here with a plan.
You and creatures you control. I'm going to name... Creature. So now I and creatures I control have protections from creatures. Oh man, you better find a board wipe over there fast, opponent. That's some good crime. That is some good old-fashioned crime. Yep, they saw that coming. Oh man, they saw the writing on the wall. GG's, Angels, but crime wins. Opponent goes first. We have a keepable hand because of Crux of Fate. Crux of Fate will basically keep us alive in this matchup. But it will be scary. Obviously they play Finn here. But we do also have mana ramp, so I'm less scared. As long as we draw another land. Is Poison a triggered ability? I don't know if Poison is a triggered ability. We might try and see. To be fair, if it's a Tail's End here, we could, I mean, if they try and, like, play, like, a Legendary that has Death Touch, we could just, whoop, counter. We're basically just really, really heavily leaning on Crux of Fate here. Aggressive. No, you don't get to do that because that's an ability. Fuck off. Get countered, idiot. Yeah, glad I held up the Tail's End there. Did they just, like, not replay their guy for no reason? Why didn't they just, like, replay their Llanowar Werewolves? Also, this thing having Indestructible is insane into a mono green pile. Not even joking, actually insane. Why? Because green has a lot of destroy artifacts effects. They don't have a lot of exile artifacts, so that just gets to hang out, vibe, and be cool. Am I about to Crux of Fate to kill off one Finn the Fangbearer? Yes, yes I am. I really hope they just, like, kind of play out. I feel like they should be like, yeah, there's no way they have, like, a language here. Honestly, as long as I hit more than one creature, I feel like a board wipe is, fine. Because really all we care about is killing Finn. Finn the Fangbear. We can go ahead and... enter tapped. Destroy all non-dragons. Oh no, we can't. We can Soul Shatter them, though. I think the Soul Shatter is actually better here, because then it leads to a better Crux of Fate. But anyways, and I'm not just saying that because I forgot to pay the 2. I'm not just saying that because I forgot to pay the 2. I'm not used to playing shock lands, okay? Alright, I just recently got one of... I think I'm almost to the point of having one of each right now. We're just gonna Crux of Fate and see what happens. I don't think... Oh no, they would have to... we'll find out, right? You got an answer? You have a way to make him indestructible? You have green mana. But I mean, if we're getting other protection here, that means that if Niocol Bolas can come down in a turn, it's fine, yeah. We got our protection for mostly free there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get to play Niocol Bolas after this. I don't really think Finn plays many creatures that are actually scary. So I don't really think I have to give much of a shit or, like, any respect towards what they're doing right now. They have to actually play toxic creatures for me to care, right? Because Finn and his... Like, if Finn's not on the board, Death Touchers don't do anything to me, right? Like, that's the big thing. Sort of once in future. If they don't equip it now, they're dead. And if they... Come on! We both know you're going to do it! I only have blue mana open. There you go. Jesus. Alright, we only have a couple of turns left at this rate, so we're gonna go commit some crime. We could steal a creature. Nice! We stole a Death Toucher. That makes it really hard for Finn to attack in. They have to remove it somehow. But it has Death Touch. And green's removal is a lot of fight spells. Typically. I mean, I could be wrong. They could have something crazy in hand that, like, blows my mind. It had Death Touch. I don't know if you realized that. They did not realize that. That was your own creature opponent. I feel like you should have thought that one out better. Ah, crime. Crime does pay. I literally just hit record, but okay. I guess Oops All Chandras didn't think they could fight Niocol Bolas. We are going first, and if this hand had black mana in it, I would be over the moon, but it doesn't. So we have to mull. This hand has much less good stuff in it, but I'm a little more okay. We're going to keep it. I'm going to play the Fjord. I'm not going to play Valky on curve. I have a feeling it says they're just going to try and slam Jadar here. Yeah, they are. We will just play the Augur of Bolas? I think we will, yeah. I think we want to go maybe try and find like a spell or something. Crux of Fate! Wonderful spell. Thank you, game. Appreciate it. I need an extra black mana though. Shit, I just realized I don't have double black yet. Fuck! I bet you they're going to play a removal spell on the 1-3. Also, I don't know if I mentioned in the intro, this guy is literally just in here for, like, thematic purposes. It's literally just because he's named Augur of Bolas. That's kind of it. There's not much more to him. Please draw him a second black source game. That'd be heckin' sick. Thank you. Let's play Valky. See if we can't find anything cool in their hand. Kalitas. See, because they have a Kalitas, we might not be board wiping anymore. They do have a Doomblade, though. You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to chump block with Valky. So they get it back, and then they think that they can play it, and then we just Crux of Fate them because they're not paying attention to the fact that I revealed that last turn. Otherwise, I'm just going to flip Valky into Kalitas. I don't feel like there's a reason not to, right? They're hunting for removal so they can get their guy back. Oh my goodness. They can Doomblade the Augur. That doesn't bother me. Did they play their land for a turn? I don't know. We're going to let them have it back, though. If they're going through all this effort and getting out all this removal. No. Stop trying to play cool stuff. That's my job. I don't know why they didn't think I was going to do that, by the way. Getting rid of Ayara into a Jadar deck is one of, like, the #1 things you can do. Phyrexian Obliterator? Oh, no! Sure would hate to have a Liliana Dreadhorde General here. Bye-bye.
Little death never hurt anyone.
I love Liliana. Great card. Great fucking card. Love it. If we get one more land, we get Niocol Bolas and we can start committing crimes. Kalitas. Yeah, classic. Defabricate. Actually, very good card here. I think Crocs is going to get played to thin out their hand a bit. And Crocs also draws as a card now, fun fact. Because he is dying. You have to discard something, buddy. It's okay, you can do it. They got rid of Noxious Gearhulk. Alright, Kalitas does the thing where he exiles stuff. Right! Oh well. I don't really care that much. I never play against this card because 9 times out of 10, no one plays it. Mask of Griselbrand. Flying and lifelink, egads. What if I just, destroyed your artifact instead of letting you equip it? Would that be cool? Thanks. Block.
Ugh, I hope you washed your hands first. I've learned much from your death.
I don't really like that I have to do this,
Rejoice,
but Kalitas
for
needs to die.
God-Pharoh has returned.
It makes me sad. I don't want to use Niocol Bolas like an actual planeswalker. I want to commit crimes against Skyrim and her people. But alas, here we are. Okay. Sure. Thanks for the free card, opponent.
Death is enlightening.
What if I just, like, make you exile your strongest thing? And then, like, kill off your Knight of the Ebon Legion as well. What about that? Then I make a little zombie, and then we go and commit crimes.
Like a fun new toy.
Nice, Shieldred! That's mine now. Oh man, what a hit. Holy cow, what a hit. I love it. Thank you, Jadar. GG's. We go first. We have good mana ramp into an Artist for more possible ramp. We'll see. Opponents playing Urabrask, they're probably playing something similar to a Storm deck list that uses like Burgi to pop off. So we basically need to kill it instantly. Or Burgi instantly. Either one of them just needs to die. Urabrask and or Burgi. We do have to worry about like artifact destruction because it is red. Your commander lets you essentially play Faithless Looting for free, and yet you're going to play it on turn 1. Now, don't get me wrong, I admire the looting effect, but okay. I am confusion. We did hit another land, so with Artists, we are almost, not quite guaranteed, but almost guaranteed to hit another land here. Thran Power Suit? I am so confused by the Thran Power Suit. Equipment Urabrask? I don't... Whatever, man. I don't know, man. That's so weird. I don't... Maybe it's just one of those, like... They like the Ward 2? Augers. I'm not gonna lie, 9 times out of 10 in this particular format, if you grab the one that was, like, face down, your opponent will have given you something really good in it. That's why I always give my opponent the, like, the quote-unquote bad stuff face down. Alright, sneezing your thoughts. What do you got over there? Nah. Nah. I feel like that's not really good. I feel like none of this is super great. But I feel like that, because it hits, like, planeswalkers. I don't really want to attack. I feel like there's no need to attack. We can destroy the Thran Power Suit if we want to. Do they think I have removal for Urabrask? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Three red goblin tokens. Are they going to Volcanic Spite me? Or are they going to equip the Thran Power Suit? Unfortunately, this is indestructible, which is something I always got to remember. Oh, that guy's got to go. Lily, my friend. Come on down. This can't hit planeswalkers, but they need a lot more damage than just a Volcanic Spite in order to kill off my Lily. And, like, the best they can do is, like, play Urabrask, equip the Thran Power Suit, I guess. But, like, what if I have enough mana to just go through the Thran Power Suit opponent? I guess they're just really hoping that they can, draw something this turn. No, my trigger goes off. Thank you. We can just, like, keep plussing her at this rate, honestly. I think my opponent's realizing that swinging into a 2-2, not good. Speaking of things that aren't good, them having a commander! Okay, math is hard. 3, 4... Okay, I can instantly Baleful Mastery. Got it.
Good help is easy to find in war.
Come on, opponent, what you got? Another Urabrask, okay. Is that it? Is that all you got? Goodbye, Urabrask. And goodbye, Urabrask. Look, I hate being the bad guy, but you were making me do it. If they got to untap with, like, Faithless Looting and shit, I don't know if I would have survived. Urabrask can pop off really, really fast, so you kind of have to kill him. He's, unfortunately for Urabrask players, slower than Bergie, though. And slower than Magda. Which is tough. Either way, GG's. Opponent goes first, playing Vorinclex of Vorinclex fame. We don't have double blue for a counterspell, but we can play the rest of this hand pretty efficiently. So I'm feeling pretty okay with it, especially if they start playing Mana Dorks early, because we can turn to Heartless Act stuff. Actually, I think, technically speaking, we Sulphurous Mire into Snow-Covered Island here. Blood on the Snow is wonderful. That is something that we're just going to hold in the back pocket. Arcane Signet means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, they can... They can play Vorinclex, so we're going to have to do this. Just to slow them down. We passed through combat to see if they had an instant speed anything. They didn't. Alright, come on! Blue mana. That is annoying. Oh well. We don't really have a choice. We just didn't get blue. You know? I think we're just going to go an Experimental Augury here. Go hunting for something cool. Gonti is cool. But I feel like more land is probably the answer. Because they're going to, like, do their Vorinclex thing, and then they're going to flip Vorinclex. Because this is just... do it, right? Like, it's just, you pay 8 mana and you flip them. And really, game? Game likes to troll. I wish I could have grabbed Gonti. I think we have to Cruelty of Gix on this upcoming turn now. Oh my god. That is annoying. That is so much mana for my opponent, so fast. Holy cow. I don't have a way to blow it up. Looks like they don't have anything to play, though. I guess we'll just Cruelty of Gix into their hand. It is painful. But it's probably the right play. Yeah, let's Cruelty of Gix into their hand. Let's have a little peeky-do. Anything good in there? Yes. That's the scariest. They were really close to being able to play that one. This is, by the way, among the milled cards. Important distinction. Because that's in there already, they can't do it, you know? Alright, they could also just whiff really hard. This is a 50-50. Either they whiff super hard here. They just get another Vorinclex out of that. God, alright, well we have to Blood on the Snow now. Because they just got a second Vorinclex. And then an Evolution Sage, I think. God, that is awful. That is so absurdly unlucky. They could have whiffed. They could have. And I don't have anything, unfortunately. On the weird plus side, Cruelty of Gix did just, like, fart out for a turn there. Meaning that we can go and find whatever we need in response to what my opponent plays. Which is cool. It didn't go up anything at all because of Vorinclex. So we can probably basically just go get like a Crux of Dragons here. Yeah, we're gonna have to go get a Crux of Dragons, I think. Because we just don't have a choice. My opponent just has like too much stuff already, as you can see. Oh my lord. Come on, game. You know what? We're just gonna grab this. Give me your stuff. Lolth, wonderful. Vorinclex, gimme. Your Vorinclex is mine now. Gimme that. Oh, crime. Breach the multiverse. Their thing doesn't get to go up. They're stuck with a grand evolution until they get rid of Vorinclex Monstrous Raider. Ha! I'm very smug about this. I'm gonna lose terribly, don't you worry. My opponent is crushing it right now. They have an incredibly powerful set of everything right here. Especially this random Great Worm that is just a 16/16 indestructible for some ungodly reason. Thankfully, Lolth makes me nigh infinite amounts of spiders. But yeah, the Cruelty of Gix was really nice. Cruelty of Gix was just really, really nice there. We're in big trouble still, but... The +1/+1 counters, do they? Okay, so it just halves the number of +1/+1 counters. Noted, okay. I couldn't remember how it worked. We were probably going to abrade the Great Henge so they can stop drawing so often. This makes tapped tokens? Yeah, okay. And we can use Cruelty of Gix to go get something else back here. We don't have anything good down there, though, unfortunately. Yes, I have land, opponent. Yes, there are lands over here on my side of the field. Yeah, I don't think I actually get anything good with Cruelty of Gix, but it gives me another creature back, which is nice. Oh, right, a creature from a battlefield. Yeah, sure. Gimme. Crime. Thanks for the Zapadarpadar. Goodbye, the Great Henge. You're very annoying. And then I think I just don't play anything else here. Other than draw and card with Lolth.
Go on, run, but we will catch you.
I don't feel like I have the power to just swing in right now. I really don't. Getting rid of that is wonderful for us, though, because we now just, like, don't have to worry anymore. Lolth is also going up 2 counters at a time anytime a creature dies, which is cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 mana open. We can play both of these. Which is cool. We could have also just let them have that and then just played the Fairy Mastermind, because I believe it's only, like, 1/1/1 at a time. No. Suffer! And we can maybe flash in Fairy Mastermind on end step here. It's not super important, but it's like it's another, like, just random chunky creature to have on board. You want to swing in, opponent? Their thing can just never flip until their Vorinclex goes away, and it's really funny to me. I could just flash in the Mastermind and let it die. Now that I think about it. That wouldn't be a terrible choice. But I don't think they'll have any flyers. I'd have to pay 4 life for this, so I need to be very careful. I'm very much on, like, bottom of the barrel land here.
Aren't I generous?
Being able to keep their Greats and Evolution stuck as the Great Evolution is one of the greatest things of all time, and I've never been more proud of myself. Oh, wait. I could have played this. And then just done that.
I have returned.
Or crime.
You dare.
There is a reason, I swear. This isn't just a haha, I want to do crime. This is haha, I want to do crime. And it gives them back their Vorinclex as a creature. Not exactly a great hit there, deck.
All your filth is gone.
My will cannot be denied.
We're just going to swing in with the Fairy Mastermind. This is all very silly. Okay. Do you just, like, want me to go get an extra blue source or something? I don't know what the point of that was. Other than maybe they're just, like, tired of holding up priority. I don't know. Like I said, this is a weird one. We are keeping the Grand Evolution completely in check. It cannot tick up because we have access to their Vorinclex. So, essentially, as a result, we just want to vibe. We might do it after this thing comes out because I don't really have a good way of getting rid of it. So if they play, like, more big creatures, it might be worthwhile for me to just say, screw it, we've hit critical mass, I will destroy all your non-land permanents now. You know? There we go. Yeah, this is now critical mass. They're gonna flip this again anyways. We may as well.
My power is for annihilation.
You know, like they're going to now flip regardless. We should, you know, just go ahead and get rid of the board state. I love how they're like, I'ma get it so good, but like I have chump blockers. Maybe they have like a... No, they don't have a trample spell.
I will cull the weak.
They do get that now. But all of that is now gone, which is nice. Unfortunately, these get to stay. Non-land permanent and all that.
Aren't I the generous one?
We can play Croxa now. Hate on their hand really hard. Boop. Boop. Okay, math is hard. Hang on. They have 4 blockers. Or, they have 4 creatures. Yeah, I can swing in with these 2. I think we were about to hit critical mass of we just kill them. Ashaya does prevent Niocol Bolas from hitting the creatures. Not really a big deal. The best Vorinclex is going to do is get them 2 lands in hand. Fortunately for me, Croxa says non-land. So if they try and discard their lands to Croxa, just doesn't fucking work. Unless they have a way to give themselves trample, I think we're just kind of good. Oh my goodness. We'll go for it. Those 2 are tapped anyways. This will really hurt, but that means that this guy will constantly be a giant thorn in my opponent's side and literally unable to be killed by any normal means. They might get some creatures out of this. We'll find out. They could just be milling themselves out here. Did they just get another freaking Vorinclex in there? Bro, what is my opponent's luck? Fortunately for me, this does 7 damage. I don't believe that guy has 8 toughness. Yeah, he only has 6 toughness. I don't have to care. I just straight up don't have to care. I can just kill it. Instantly. Pretty sick, huh? Bonk.
Iron door making a mess of things.
Oh, let's go! They shouldn't have done that. They just straight up shouldn't have done that. Okay, so what's the best that I could have done there? Let's do some stuff. Let's do some thinking. Let's do some thonkles. The best we could have done... Well, I'm going to do the math as if I was going to have to play out my turn. My opponent conceded, so I'm not going to have to. But if I had to play out my turn, they have 3 blockers. So at best, they block Lotus Cobra, this guy, and Croxa. Croxa still swings, makes them discard, and they lose 3 life. So they're down to 15. These hit for 4 apiece. And that's 8 more damage. So that's like 11 damage. And that's if I swing. But I don't want to swing. But if I do swing and then, like, the Lotus Cobra and Croxa dies, I get to make more spiders with Lolth. This is a really complex board state, and I think my opponent didn't want to deal. I am pretty sure that if they had just held on for the Grand Evolution to work out, though, they could have eventually gotten to the final thing and then just used a Shia to fight all my stuff and win. I don't think they had to concede. GG's, though, Foreign Klex. On to the next. Alright, well, that last game was a doozy, so that's actually going to be the last game for this video, and this is going to be the outro for the video, and I hope you enjoyed. Hope you got to see some crime. Unfortunately, as you saw a lot of the times, we do have to play the more controlling role. You aren't allowed to just pure crime it out. If you do, you'll get run over by the other decks that you run into. I don't believe this Niocol Bolas is quite up in hell queue, but he is very, very high tier. I absolutely ran into Cody. And if you know about Cody Vociferous Codex or whatever, you know that you're in high tier if you're running into that guy. It's a kind of infinite turns, all the ultimatums in one deck, pile of cards that will ruin your life. We did beat him, but I didn't include the video because it was really weird. But it went pretty well. I believe overall it was like a 6-8 record. Or, no, it was probably sort of like a 7-10. It was like a 70% win rate across the recording. If you saw me playing on stream last night, though, you watch me lose all the time. Oh, goodness, last night doesn't work, so this video's not going to come out till like a week after that stream. Ah, well. If you want to watch me test out like this live, come to twitch.tv/felcrowd0955. You can also watch me play other games there, unrelated to Magic the Gathering, but I still talk about the game all the time because I like it a lot. Either way, I hope you enjoyed watching. Deck list in the description below as always. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I hope to catch you in the next one.